What's going on in the crazy world of Marvel Contest of Champions with getting stuff answered when it comes to the forums and other stuff associated with the game? Hi everybody, welcome to another video. As you lot of you know, since Jack and Mike's departure, it's been a transition. We're in a bit of a transition at the moment between the point of Kabam Dork, as in Dork Lessons, as in Dave, taking up the mantle and being more proactive. But also, I'd say dealing with other stuff. Like Dave is associated with other Marvel, not Marvel games, but other games at Kabam as being the senior community manager. Which, if you've seen, where is it on X? Definitely on this video here. He is listed as a. I should really mute this because otherwise it's going to be loud. He's listed as a senior community manager, effectively taking on Kabam Mike's role, because Kabam Mike was a senior community manager, but I can imagine it's spread across other games. The same way, I think that for what Kabam are doing at the moment is they're consolidating. This is me just assuming things, but taking Kabam Pinwheel, who's already been a person that's dealing with other Kabam games, Dave, who was working extensively on the work behind the scenes at what was it, the King Arthur game, whether or not that's going to be that's going to do anything. But if they've gone to like Mike, we're going to do a redundancy, and then it's like Jax has gone and grabbed another opportunity, it's like, well, it's high time to go, well, we have four people being community managers, one's leaving, one's we're letting go. So then they've got two people doing four people's work. What have they done? They've saved money. In that instance, they may have saved over, maybe annually, around $100,000. Now, it's not my position to kind of question if that's correct or not from from what I know, because I don't know that. But that's good business behind the scenes. It's not great when it comes to getting stuff answered from the game, and that's something it's going to become very self-apparent, and that is trying to get an answer for things. Kabam crashed, I can assume, might be off because it's, he might be on holiday. Haven't seen him I think it's the first time today in about 5 days that he's been able to respond to stuff on the forums. Kabam Pinwheel, we'll talk about in a minute, but that's not the issue, but the thing that I'm raising in this video is you can go from when you go from a stale state in MCOC, you lose momentum. And this is very much a game all about momentum. It's going to be seen with San Diego Comic-Con. I'll get into that point in a minute. And something that I've felt, but, different with other games, like Marvel Rivals that I'm covering at the moment on the second channel. And also the momentum behind that is there's a ton of people, involved. There's a ton of people interested in that game, and that's not been full released. It's a free-to-play game as well, so there's a lot of momentum. That's the point. But Darkest Destroyer noticed this, and a lot of other people as well. It seems since the departure of Mike and Jax, the forums are dead in terms of responses and communication, and that's something that was getting really good. Mike crashed, Jax activity on responding. If it's one day you didn't hear from Kabam Mike, Kabam Jax would be responding to things. If Jax wasn't on, Kabam Crash would be responding to loads of things. And I'm not saying Kabam should be responding to every single post, but what I'm saying is momentum, activity, communication. And if I'm noticing it, but other people are noticing it as well, I'm not the only one that's kind of thinking it. Captain Rogers, forums are boring ever since Jack's departure. It's a bit of a thing there. Me when Kabam employees have more important things to do than lurk on the forums and answer 87th super event threads. No, that's not the point. But I mean, I get what this person's saying, but it's there's issues to respond to. There's questions that players have. The Alliance Quest situation. There was an Alliance Quest issue about 24 hours ago, about 72 hours ago. And it was just where was it? There was no communication on it, and people were wanting to know what was going on. I appreciate that members of Kabam have to go and attend things Kabam Dork Dave is doing this right now at San Diego Comic-Con to promote the game. We need new people coming to the game. That's what a lot of people need to realize. We need new players coming to. We need fresh blood. Sadly, that's the truth. To keep things propped up. If people have, like myself, are too long in the tooth and don't spend anymore, then they need new people to come into the game and spend. You don't have to spend in MCOC, but it's a case like they need to keep the game running, and they did 10 years. If they get another 10 years, then of course that will be about, trying to earn. Sadly, that's how the world works. You need money in order to. Like Marvel Rivals can't sustain without any money. Like they've invested millions upon millions into a game, and it hasn't even gone released, and they haven't even done any monetization just yet, which will be skins. Either way, it's good that Dave is kind of doing that front of house, and I think that's important from a standpoint of community. There have been other things, like it doesn't discredit the fact that there have been things with Battlegrounds and I think something else on Discord, which is important, but it's having that fine line between where it's either one or the other when it comes to responses on things. And if that's the case, then that's an issue, isn't it? It's it means that we will have to migrate over to the Discord in order to do answers to things and kind of get answers to issues, which there is, by the way, there is a thread of things like bug issues and things, but it's just trying to find answers to information, and that's going to be important. Is to go, okay, if I look on this to the right hand side, is there any clear answer from a Kabam dev? No. Is it going to be the forums? Is it going to be the Trello board? Where do I get my answers to questions and issues? Especially if a lot of people are experiencing similar type things. But there is hope. This is something, as I said at the start of the video, teething problems. And the teething problems, I think, will improve. Kabam Pinwheel is associated with stuff that's been going on. I don't think you're going to get a lot of the lighthearted and fun stuff that you got from Jax, doing stuff on Twitch, the live streaming things. I think those have been some of the best things, but I don't think you're going to get that long term. And that could be, you're not going to see a quiz show, you're not going to see other stuff, but still, I'm sure you'll get some. There could definitely be a good argument as to where's the best place to get information, and Jinx's axe says Discord is a great option for those who want it, but those of us who prefer the forum, we shouldn't have to make that choice. We should just have two lines of communication and allow player base to choose what works for best for them, and that's important. For me, I'm able to find links and access to communications from Kabam to play. Is trying to find that in Discord. That's the one downside about Discord, is trying to find the information to stuff through the wash, and you have to go for a very sporadic general chat to try and find things, which isn't exactly a great place at times when it comes to the MCOC Discord, the official Discord. Either way, there are some positives. As I said, there's going to be teething problems, but Kabam, Dork, Dave, I guess it's difficult to say Kabam, Dork, because it's I know him as Dave, so I keep saying Dave. Hey all, I know the attendance here has been spotty, personally, on a bit of a learning curve here as we build things back up and running after the departure of our friends. I'll make sure we have more coverage here by our community team moving forward. Thanks for the patience as we work through this, and thanks for voicing your concern. And that's important. Teething problems are going to happen, and at least to have this is good. It puts it in a positive way forward. Whether or not Dave knew that he was going to be the senior community manager of one of the senior community manager for many Kabam games, or indeed this game, remains to be seen. He could have been thrown in the deep end at this. It may be a case that he's just trying to find a process, which is tough. So sink or swim. There's also Kabam Pinwheel, and from what I gather, Kabam Pinwheel has been around for a while, but says that he is early game, so you'll have to rely on those farther along than me. As a moderator status, I'm a community manager at Kabam. Been around here for a minute, but been lurking till recently, assisting on other projects, but now I'm here front and center. So it means to me, there's been a massive restructure for Kabam Games, with the emphasis being saving money, but reattaching assets, as in people, to different projects, or all the projects, which seems right here. As I said, 4 community managers, 2 community managers, saving money and reprioritizing. Either way, what's everyone's thoughts on this? Like, I think we've got to play the long game. If you want answers to questions, I think it's going to take a while. I think Dave is going to be stretched, and I definitely see it's the case. Like, he's answering stuff here in threads, whilst having to work San Diego Comic-Con. So he's doing a bit of both. I think that's a good thing. And I am optimistic for the future, because you've got to be. I hope we get another 10 years of this game, and hopefully within that time that you'll see lots of things change with myself, hopefully for the better. Maybe there will be smaller people, you know what I mean? Maybe there won't be. We'll have to see. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. What are your thoughts on Kabam's community management, the job at hand, and as well getting answers to questions, which communication has been great with MCOC in general, but we've got to make the most of it and hope that in the future that Dave is able to assign people to answer questions and give us answers to questions, or at least refer to Kabam devs, but also hopefully Kabam Crash and other members of Kabam, dip in to help out and answer questions that would be beneficial. Anyway, thanks for watching. Check out some other content located on screen. I'll see you all soon. Have a lovely day and goodbye.